Good evening, and welcome to the 2021 Virtual Founders Night Gala concert. My name is Christopher Lane, and I'm a member of the Board of Directors of the New Brunswick Competitive Festival of Music. And it is my pleasure to welcome you to this evening's virtual concert. To say that this year has been different would be an understatement, with the festival experience being unlike any other. Thank you to the competitors, parents, teachers, and accompanists for your patience, resilience, and interest in participating in this year's virtual festival. We had over 450 entries, and we are so proud of all of the accomplishments of all of the performers. Tonight's concert is a celebration of outstanding amateur musical talent and the culmination of our intermediate and senior competitors' work. Last evening, 21 of our St. John's finest young musicians took to the virtual stage with the April Mills Junior Concert, with Gian Scott Weebury emerging as the 2021 Junior Star of the festival. Tonight, the virtual stage belongs to 8 intermediate competitors and 6 senior competitors. I would like to take a moment at this time to recognize our adjudicators, who have already watched tonight's concert and have selected the intermediate and senior stars. Dr. Michael Donovan was our vocal adjudicator. Suzanne Hughes was our piano adjudicator. Dr. Vanessa Mio was our string adjudicator. And Dr. Nicole Strum was our instrumental adjudicator. And now, I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy this year's Founders Night Intermediate Star Concert Gala from the comfort of your own home. I'll be back at the intermission.
Blätter, Weid der Farme so liebe dich so, wie du mich am Abend und am Morgen, noch war kein Tag, wo du und ich nicht teilten unsere Sorgen. Auch waren sie für dich und mich geteilt, leicht zu ertragen. Du tröstetest im Kummer mich, ich weint in deine Klagen, in deine Klagen. Drum Gottes Segen über dir, du meines Lebens Freude. Gott schütze dich, erhalt dich mir, schütz und erhalt uns beide. Gott schütze dich, erhalt dich mir, schütz und erhalt uns beide. Erhalt uns beide. Erhalt uns beide. Offre-t-il blanc mignonne, voici le jour, déjà la fauvette fredonne, le chant d'amour, l'aurore épanouit la rose. Viens avec moi, que la marguerite éclose. Réveille-toi, ouvre tes yeux blancs mignonne, voici le jour. À quoi bon contempler la terre et sa beauté? L'amour est un plus grand mystère qu'un jour d'été. C'est en moi que l'oiseau module un chant vainqueur. Et le grand soleil qui nous brûle, et
I've got it real bad. Want everything she has. That smile and that midnight laugh she's giving you now. I wanna taste her lips, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair, I want her magic touch, yeah, 'cause maybe then you'd want me just as much. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. I don't get no sleep. I don't get no peace thinking about her under your bed sheets. The way that she's whispering, the way that she's pulling you in. Lord knows I've tried, can't get her off my mind. I wanna taste her lips, yeah, 'cause they taste like you. I wanna drown myself in a bottle of her perfume. I want her long blonde hair, I want her magic touch, yeah, 'cause maybe then you'd want me just as much. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. I've got a girl crush. Hate to admit it, but I've got a heart rush. It ain't slowing down.
Wasn't that a wonderful first half? Have you got a favorite? I want to take a moment to acknowledge the sponsors for the 85th Annual New Brunswick Competitive Festival of Music. At our Presto or Platinum level, we have BMO Financial Group and the James Venner Russell Foundation. At the Vivace or Gold level, the Sisters of Charity of the Immaculate Conception. And at the Allegro or Silver level, the City of St. John. Thank you to all of our sponsors and to all of our donors. This festival would not be possible without your continued support. We now move on to our Founders Night Senior Star Concert Gala. I'll be back at the end of their performances for all of the award presentations. Enjoy.
puisque met tout en fleurs, dans les prés nous réclame. Viens, ne te lasse pas de mêler à ton âme la campagne et les bois, les ombrages charmants, les larges éclairs de lune au bord des flots dormants, le sentier qui finit où le chemin commence, et l'arrêt le printemps, et l'horizon immense. L'horizon que ce monde attache et blé joyeux, comme une lèvre au bas de la robe des cieux. Viens et que le regard des pudiques étoiles qui tombent sur la terre à travers ton dévoile, que l'arbre pénétré de parfums et de chants, que le souffle embrasé de midi dans les champs, et l'ombre et le soleil, et l'onde et la verdure, et le rayonnement de toute la nature fasse épanouir comme une double fleur la beauté sur ton front et l'amour dans ton cœur. I've never been a man behind an office desk. I've never been a man behind a desk. I've always been a man who said that staying still is playing dead, the kind who's looking forward to the challenges ahead. People say that's irresponsible. People tell me stay at home. But I'm not made for things like mowing lawns or apron strings. I'm my best when not at rest. So I fight the dragons and I storm the castles and I win a battle or two. Then comes the day it's time, I'm packing up and I am bringing all my stories home to you. All I can see is miles ahead with miles to go. All I can see is wind and sun and sky. Stop for a coffee, make a friend, agree the day will never end. 'Cause there's one more adventure waiting around another bend, where I fight the dragons and I storm the castles and I win a battle or two. But then a feeling comes like 50,000 drums all banging, bring my stories home to you. And I wonder as I wander on the road from door to door, exactly what you think of where I've been. Do you know I joined the circus, met a mermaid, fought a war? Do you know I think of you through thick and thin? Because even though I'm making deals and bringing people joy, I'm usually only thinking of my boy. Out there on the road I pray you'll come to me one day and When I'm old and tired, you'll do the job required. You'll be there, telling stories to your son. And then we'll fight the dragons and storm the castles, and I'll do the best that I can. But everybody knows that's how the story goes, to turn each boy into a bigger man. So I'll fight the dragons till you can.
Oh,
What an amazing array of talent. Have you chosen your stars? The New Brunswick Competitive Festival of Music awards money contributed from two sources, which allow us to have the most prize money of any music festival in the Atlantic provinces. The festival has a rather large investment of funds that have been donated to the music festival throughout the years. The interest of these funds, trust funds, is used by the Board of Governors and Awards Committee based on guidance indicated in the bequests for awards as well as for the running of the festival itself. We are also fortunate to have many generous donors who contribute annually to support our young people, and you will be hearing many of their names shortly. The awards presented this evening are only a portion of the over $18,000 that have been awarded this weekend. The award money is distributed based on the percentage of entrants in each discipline. Each performer in tonight's concert has already been chosen for at least one award. The prizes that are about to be handed out are based on overall performances submitted to the virtual festival. The decisions are made by the adjudicators alone, and their decision is final. A few housekeeping items before I begin the announcements. Adjudication sheets and certificates were mailed out on Friday morning. In addition, participants in tonight's concert and other competitors who have been chosen at the discretion of the adjudicator for an award will receive within their envelope another envelope with a cash prize. In the envelope, you will find that prize and the name and address of the person or organization that donated your award. We ask that you would please take time to send a note of thanks to them as a way of showing your appreciation for their support of the festival. And now, on with the awards that were chosen by the adjudicators based on performances of the competitors that they heard in the last week of April. We begin with our intermediate vocal awards. These were decided by Michael Donovan. We start with a $100 Morris and Audrey McIntyre Memorial Award to Christina Kipping. The $100 Music from the Heart Award to Joseph Desmond. The $100 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Natalie London. Another $100 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Charlie Clements. Another $100 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Catherine Creamer. And a fourth $100 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Becca Richards. We have a $50 Sisters of Charity Award to Shelby Scott. And another $50 Sisters of Charity Award to Claire Bentley. And a final $50 Sisters of Charity Award to Morgan Tate. We have the $100 Early Music Prize for an outstanding performance of a work by a composer born between 1500 and 1760. This award goes to Joseph Desmond. And finally, the Outstanding Overall Intermediate Vocal Competitor, including a $100 David and Joan Stillwell Memorial Award and a Keeper Trophy, this year to Becca Richards. We now move on to our Intermediate Piano Awards. We start with a $100 Elizabeth West Memorial Award to Veronica Doan, and another $100 Elizabeth West Memorial Award to Olivia Rowe, and a $100 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Matthew Way. We have a $50 Isabel Bellier Memorial Award for the highest average in classes 12080 through 12087 to Olivia Rowe. And the $100 Early Music Prize for Piano for an outstanding performance of a work by a composer born between 1500 and 1760 to Joseph Desmond. And finally, the Outstanding Overall Intermediate Piano Competitor with the $200 Pearl Prince Memorial Award and a Keeper Trophy this year to Matthew Way. We move on to the Intermediate String Awards. These were decided by Vanessa Mio. We have the $100 Maud Cowan Cormier Memorial Award to Lauren Dysart. The $100 Beta Sigma Phi Catherine Gale Memorial Award to Ha Vu. The $100 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Jamie Barrett. And the $100 Van Burden Memorial Award to Malcolm Boyd. We have a $50 Sisters of Charity Award to Emily Pastorius French. And another $50 Sisters of Charity Award to Amelia Lundberg. And the $100 Early Music Prize for Strings for an outstanding performance of a work by a composer born between 1500 and 1760 to Malcolm Boyd. And finally in this category, the Outstanding Overall Intermediate String Competitor, with a $200 Nan McClellan Memorial Award from the NBYO Foundation and a Keeper Trophy, this year awarded to Malcolm Boyd. We move on to our Intermediate Instrumental Awards, decided by Nicole Strum. We start with a $100 John Stuart Wright McMurray Memorial Award from the NBYO Foundation to Georgia Searles. And another $100 John Stuart Wright McMurray Memorial Award from the NBYO Foundation to Alexander Murphy. And we have a $100 NBYO Foundation Award to Calvin Rowe. And we have the $100 Early Music Prize for an outstanding performance of a work by a composer born between 1500 and 1760 to Calvin Rowe. And finally in this category, we have the Outstanding Overall Intermediate Instrumental Competitor, with a $200 John Stuart Wright McMurray Memorial Award from the NBYO Foundation and a Keeper Trophy, this year awarded to Georgia Searles. We were able to have several small ensembles and orchestras participating this year, and so we do have some chamber ensemble and orchestra awards. We start with a Sisters of Charity Award, each person receiving $25 for the St. John Youth Orchestra Flute Duo, made up of Samantha McDonald and Laura Morrow. We have another Sisters of Charity Award, with each competitor receiving $25 for a viola duet made up of Lily Liu and Sienna Carr. And another Catherine Phillips Memorial Award, with each competitor receiving $25 to the Rockin' Double Bass, made up of Ainat Yakir, Hansika Dronadula, and Eva Monroe. We have a $300 David Thompson Memorial Award for an outstanding junior orchestra going to the St. John and Area String School Program, and a $300 Sisters of Charity Award for an intermediate or senior orchestra going to the St. John and Area Senior String Orchestra. We now move on to our senior awards, starting with senior vocal. We start with a $250 Catherine Phillips Memorial Award, this year to Zachary Boulanger. Another $250 Catherine Phillips Memorial Award to Brandon Olson. And a $250 Sisters of Charity Award to Shane Scott. We have a $100 Sisters of Charity Award to Aidan London. And the Outstanding Overall Senior Vocal Competitor, with a $400 Ethel Likely Memorial Scholarship and a Keeper Trophy, this year awarded to Shane Scott. We move on to our Senior Piano Awards. We start with a $250 Elizabeth West Memorial Trust Award to Valerie B. A $250 Sisters of Charity Award to Elizabeth Lundberg. a $250 Catherine Phillips Memorial Award to Adele LeBlanc, and another $250 Sisters of Charity Award to Adam Peck. We have a $100 Sisters of Charity Award to Kathleen Desmond, and a $175 Sisters of Charity Award to Zhentong Wang, and a $150 Sisters of Charity Award for piano composition to Ziting Yin. And this year, the outstanding overall senior piano competitor with a $400 Ethel Likely Memorial Scholarship and a Keeper Trophy is awarded to Adele LeBlanc. We move on to our Senior String Awards. We start with a $250 Winifred Turner Memorial Award to Maggie Zheng, and a $250 Van Burden Memorial Award this year to Connor Britt. We have a $175 Margaret Benoit Erst Memorial Award for an exceptionally fine senior performer in violin or cello, awarded this year to Bryce Stockford. And finally, the overall outstanding senior string competitor with a $400 Ethel Likely Memorial Scholarship and a Keeper Trophy this year going to Connor Britt. Unfortunately, there were no eligible senior competitors in the instrumental category. Before we move on to the big announcements of this evening, it is my pleasure to announce those that have been recommended by the adjudicator for advancement to the New Brunswick Provincial Music Festival Finals, to be held virtually at the end of May. In junior voice, Hannah Clark and Yvonne McNamara. In intermediate voice, Joseph Desmond and Christina Kipping. In senior voice, Brandon Olson and Shane Scott. In junior piano, Olivia Rowe and Matthew Way. In intermediate piano, Valerie B. and Veronica Doan. And in senior piano, Adam Peck and Ziting Yin. In junior strings, Jack Legier. In intermediate strings, Malcolm Boyd. And in senior strings, Connor Britt. In junior woodwinds, Yi Cheng Huang and Leo Sun. In intermediate woodwinds, Calvin Rowe and Georgia Searles. In junior musical theater, Charlotte Harriman and Yvonne McNamara. For intermediate musical theater, Charlie Clements and Natalie London. And senior musical theater, Zachary Boulanger. For junior solo duo composition, Emily McCarthy. And for senior solo duo composition, Ziting Yin. We're now ready to announce our intermediate star, first runner-up, and second runner-up. We begin with the James E. Brown Memorial Award for a second runner-up in the intermediate category, including a Keeper Trophy. This is a $500 cash award, this year to Matthew Way. We have a Smith McLaren Memorial Award for first runner-up in the intermediate gala with a $750 cash award and a Keeper Trophy to Becca Richards. And finally, we have the Smith McLaren Memorial Award and the Citizens for Fort Latour de Mont Champlain Expedition Trophy with a cash award of $1,000 and a Keeper Trophy. This year's intermediate star of the festival is Joseph Desmond. Congratulations to all of our intermediate winners. We now move on to our senior star. We start with the $1,000 Smith McLaren Memorial Award for second runner-up senior star, including a Keeper Trophy. And the second runner-up this year is Adam Peck. We have the Smith-McLaren Memorial Award for first runner-up with a cash prize of $1,500 and a keeper award. This year's first runner-up in the senior competition is Adele LeBlanc. And finally, our Smith-McLaren Memorial Senior Star Award and the Founders Trophy with a keeper trophy. A cash award of $2,500. This year's Senior Star of the New Brunswick Competitive Festival of Music is awarded to Shane Scott. Congratulations to all of our winners, to all of our performers, and thank you for being a part of our festival this year. We hope that 2022 will allow us to return to live performances for the 86th Annual New Brunswick Competitive Festival of Music. In the meantime, stay safe, wash your hands, wear a mask, maintain physical distancing, and get your vaccine when your turn comes. Thank you for joining us tonight, and have a great evening.